Okay, we're missing a piece of a cornice right there. And then up here we'll make sure that's sealed real well. Also the siding, the RMAX siding, we got some pretty decent gaps up here. Okay. Now I get that that's going into the attic space, but I'm also concerned of wind-driven rain. Now the National Brick Institute says that you should have flashing installed over the garage car entries if they're going to support brick. I see brick in the back, I'm assuming. We have lintels, and the lintels look like they're sized properly. So the National Brick Institute says that at a minimum you should have weep holes over the lintels, over the garage door openers, and that would be acceptable, although they recommend flashing. We got an exterior video. I didn't mention this little split right here. Moving on in. This is going to be the downstairs. Basically it's framing and plumbing. And like we did around the exterior, and like we did around the roof, we're going to try and move counterclockwise for the most part. And move up. We got a separate video for the stairs, and it's got some issues. Okay, we've got this pink banding going around. This is a fire blocking. The code doesn't say what kind of banding it has to be. It doesn't have to be pink. It doesn't have to be that brand. It could be paper for all I know, you know. So, but it has to be something, and we're using this pink. It's very popular right now. And you can see how this goes up around, okay, from the attic to the living space. And then over here, it's a little more interesting. I'm going to counterclockwise. It's the attic and the living space. The attic and the living space. And you come over here. I guess that would be the attic and the living space, like that. And we're on the floor in the living space too, in the garage. Garage doors, those kinds of things. Alright. But we come over here, and there is no attic space there. It's living space. I imagine it wouldn't hurt that it's there, but I don't understand why it's there. And if the builder could explain, I mean, it's the exterior, I think it should go out to the edge. See, this edge goes to the exterior, you know, because this is the garage. So I think we need a little, I don't know why this is here, but I think we need a little more there to follow the basic principles that I'm understanding of being a draft stop at critical areas to keep fire from spreading. Anyway. We've got an interesting anchoring system here. Okay, we've got tie-down straps in many cases instead of anchor bolts, which I think would be stronger and better, and it's less chance of people screwing them up, honestly. So I think this is an improved system, but I'm not very familiar with it, and I'm going to do a little bit of homework, because if that's not an approved system, then most of this house isn't anchored properly. If it is an approved system, okay, every nail hole should be filled. This one's got an open nail hole. I mean, well, not an open nail hole. This one goes into the side of the stud right there. That's what the pink paint is for. So this one looks like it might have been improperly modified. And the anchor bolt, and then we got the straps. And the thing is, the straps are placed in the appropriate locations, you know, so I'm very inclined to think that this is right. There's an anchor bolt right there, and a strap, which I don't, looks like they couldn't do the strap right, so they did an anchor bolt. Okay. And then see this nail sticking up like that? That doesn't mean anything. There's your anchor bolt right there. So going on around. This is the garage. East interior wall with the electric service panel. Support bow. Okay. I've seen that before. I've called that out before. I'm not seeing bows though. So I'm a little lost about some of these instructions, but you know, they weren't for me. Now over here we've got a split sole plate, excuse me. A split sole plate right there. That plate needs to be taken out. See if I can find my pink paint. Needs to be taken out and replaced. Well, there it is. I'll carry you around. I mean, it doesn't hurt to see this twice, right? Doesn't hurt to know that your step's still laminating. Doesn't hurt to know that. Even though we do have a stairs video. We got some broken windows. And we got a split sole plate right here. Almost enough paint. Look at that. I'm thinking that's not too good. That's what I'm thinking. And the straps and the straps. And the pink stuff. Where the pink stuff is supposed to go. So, it's kind of an explanation to be nice. PVC, PEX piping systems. Okay, here's something. The clothes dryer vent length is not labeled. The clothes dryer vent length and the number of bends in the width is supposed to be labeled so that when you buy equipment, you know that the equipment's sized properly and everything will work as it should. And that requirement is if the length is farther than 30 feet. And this isn't. It just goes up here and it goes out. So that label that a lot of home inspectors get excited about, it's not required there. I don't mean to be picking on home inspectors. Because Lord knows they could pick on me. I don't need to be picking on builders too much all the time. Because they could likewise. This framing structure, by the way, okay, these are engineered panels and they're great. You can cut holes in them like that just in case you're interested. I mean, you're coming in here, you're buying a home, you're looking at it for the first time, you don't know what you're looking at, and you're wondering about what you're looking at. And if you're wondering and you're looking at this, that's perfectly acceptable. Coming on along, and then again some of these straps, okay, which I think are okay for the time being, but we're missing nails. Anytime you have a hole, you're supposed to be filled with a nail. This guy wrote stud and put pink paint there, and I know what he's talking about. I think I do. If not, I know what I'm talking about at this particular time. Along, smoke alarm. Going into the primary bedroom. Moving along. Some of these walls, if you'll notice, they have this sheathing like it's on the exterior. Okay? That's supposed to be here. Believe it or not, this adds strength, shear strength. So this basically makes the structure more sound during an event like a tornado. During an event like that. We see we got two hot water pipes coming down here. Why do you have two? Just in case. This will be where the tempering valve goes. When I come back, I'll be looking there for it. I'll keep looking until I find it. This is what I'm talking about. This stud is just about ruined. Look at that. Alright? And then, this cable is closer than half an inch, so nails can get to it. You're not supposed to notch a stud more than 1/3 of an inch. You know? So this whole thing is just, kind of wrecked. I'm sorry. You can put a boot to fix that, and then make a nailing plate and take care of it all at once. I don't know if you could put a boot right in here. I would suggest scabbing or sistering another joist right there, another stud right there. It'll only make it stronger. It won't hurt one bit. It'll be easy fix. And then since you have that one, you could drill the hole properly, and then just put a nailing plate there, and it'll save you the cost. There's ways to get around this, but there's no getting around it. It's got to be fixed. So, moving on along, primary bedroom again. This is the closet. This is the back side of your water heater. This will be where the toilet is. So, this will be where the bathtub is. This will be where the shower is. And if you'll notice, by the way, if the PEX water supply line is too close to an exterior wall, it needs to be insulated. But once we get past the stud here, if you'll notice over here, these are not insulated. It's because they're far enough away from the exterior wall. That should be pushed in a little bit, I think. You got paint there? Alright, you don't want to nail into your water supply line. Most people don't. Most people don't want to do that. Back in the primary bedroom here, we're moving along, and we're missing nails from our tie-down straps that are replacing our anchor bolts. So we're missing, quite a few nails actually, and we're moving on along. Now these anchor bolts, especially this one over here, they don't have the tie-down straps with the anchor bolts. The anchor bolts are supposed to be in the middle third. They're not supposed to be way over on the edge there. So even though you got anchor bolts, they're not properly placed right here. And then, this stud's a little boogered up. Man, somebody couldn't hit it, could he? Try it again. Alright. So I guess that's where we got a central stud coming in here. We got some straps. We're trying to fix Butch. Butch was working here. Missing screws again on our straps. Moving on along. This is the primary, this is the great room. Some people call it the living room. Some people call it the main room. The entertainment area, depending on what it says on the floor plan. This is the kitchen island. You got a loop right here. I like these. There's different ways to ventilate a kitchen island because we can't go through the ceiling. There's different ways to do that. This is a particular preference of mine because it's maintenance free. So, I'm lazy. So, we're coming on along here. We got air shining through there, and from upstairs you can see air shining from there because we got gaps, on the patio. Fireplace hasn't been installed yet, so we really can't inspect this guy. Vimo's going to be the installer, I guess. Okay. Moving on along. It's pretty uneventful. The windows. This is called pan flashing, by the way. I had plenty of opportunity to show this to you already. But it's right in a double pane vinyl frame with tinted windows. Those are all nice, and those will all be, it's part of the pre-drywall inspection, but not really. The operation and the screens, all that will be in the final inspection as well. I'm here to note that a couple of them are broken. The straps we're fine here. Somebody's coming along here. Got a Katy joist. This far, what? I think they're talking about this strapping that we got taken care of. Alright, well, we'll just kind of move on through here. This is underneath the stairs, where it looks like somebody had done a little bit of work. And that's in the stair video. So, we got that. I'm going to move on along. Stairs. Okay. Okay, here we got our... Take this up in case I need it. We were just here. Seems to be okay. All in all. Nailing plates where they should be. There's an anchor bolt that's too close. Not too close, it's outside of the middle third. They're supposed to be in the middle third of your soil plate. Some people call them steel plates. That's old construction. If it was pier and beam, it'd be a steel plate. This is a soil plate. We're moving on along. Is this the broken window? Look at there. So we got a broken window. Probably where somebody was cleaning their shoes. Idiots. I mean, I'm not supposed to say that. They're not idiots. Sticking their big feet up there, cleaning their shoes, kicking the windows and breaking them. That's not... That wouldn't be an idiot. So moving on along. Looking at our framing, it all looks pretty... I mean, is it perfect? No. But, you know, for what I find, you know, what I'm looking for. Of course, I haven't been upstairs yet, right? I mean, not like this. But it seems to be pretty straightforward.